Coach. Well, 7-3 in the last 10 games. What's working well for you guys?
You know, we're at the halfway point right now with the season. 15-10. We start 1-5, and so we've been playing pretty good basketball. We went on the road and we went 1-3 on the road, which was a little disappointing for all of us. We didn't quite finish the task in Maine the other night after playing some pretty good basketball. So we're in a good way mentally, I think. Physically, we're a little dinged up. Middle of the season, everything hurts when you get out of bed. Unless you're 50 like me and it's 15 below, then it's a whole nother story. But we've got we're in a good position, and we've got a lot of basketball left in us.
A lot of the guys were talking about defense. Is that the biggest thing working for you right now?
Well, it always starts there, and that's as cliche as it gets. Whatever sport you're playing, it starts there. And when we defend as a group, we get good shots on the other end, and so that's got to continue. And our habits are built in, and we're trying to maintain those habits on a daily basis.
So you have a couple of big games coming up against Canton. How crucial are these games for you guys?
I think these are pretty much the two most important games of the season. And I say that being it's a division rival. They're a half game ahead of us in first place in the Eastern Conference. We haven't had a whole lot of success historically up there. And it's a back-to-back game. So we play Friday night there, and then we travel after the game. We get home at 3 in the morning, and we play that night, Saturday night here. So getting the guys enough rest between each game is a tough challenge. So if we can get those two, that really puts us in a good way, because then we have a number of days off before we play again.
So what's the biggest focus then in practice this week as you get ready for those games?
Well, we came home and we've had 4 days before we play Canton. The most important thing has been to get some rest, get some treatment on the injuries that we're dinged up with, keeping mentally fresh and ready to go, and then having a good practice tomorrow and a lighter practice on Thursday before we head out. So it's the winter doldrums can set in a basketball season. Keeping the guys mentally sharp and excited about coming into the gym is the biggest challenge.
Any big injuries to talk about? I saw Ron's got stitches in his mouth. Is it just a bunch of little things like that?
It really is just a bunch of little things. Ron's Achilles is a little sore. Tony's hip is dinged up. Saudi's hip and ribs are bruised. Kyle's got a bad heel. CP's just old like me. Ramon's got a knee that was dinged up. Who else? Trey is battling just aches and pains. So fortunately, we don't have any serious injuries right now.
Is it just also I know it's kind of late in the season, but are you guys finally meshed?
Yeah, we start 1-5, and then we go, 14-6 or whatever. It's a pretty good run. So we have a group of guys that, like I said, they like to play basketball. They like to come to the gym every day. It's still fun for them. And halfway in, we got to all feel good about that, but there's work to be done still.